As we go live on this mother Friday night, niggas back up in here doing the shit all right. Bitch, niggas talking about it's all right. Get some eyes in this bitch, all right. That's how we do it every Friday night. I'm in the studio, nice and tight. Game's been on, bitches, all right. What's up? The fuck's the deal? Hey, everybody, how you doing? What's good? What's up, man? We got a great fucking rant tonight. You know what I'm saying? What's good with y'all? Well, today's rant recently is a lot of chatter on the internet about what women have to bring to the table. And there's a lot of women out there that believe that men are required and should pay everything in the house and take care of the house fully by himself, while the woman takes care of home, doing the cooking, the cleaning, take care of the kids, make sure the house is straight. And I have mixed feelings about this whole motherfucking thing. How I feel about this thing is how I feel about this whole situation is I think it should be a 50-50 split. Them ideals was cool back in whatever the 1940s or 50s or whenever women weren't allowed to be in the workforce, and the men had to be the sole provider because the woman wasn't allowed to work. But it's 2021. Shit's expensive out here. You know what I'm saying? With all this COVID and shit going around and everybody losing their jobs and not having places to work, money is tight and it's scarce and it's hard to, jobs is hard to come by. Have to have the population, at one point was on unemployment. That we're trying to make a surge, but it looks like in a couple more months they're gonna be sticking us back inside and locking shit down again. So here's my whole thought process on this shit. People don't understand. If a man was the sole provider to take care of everything as far as the bills go, there's other little shit that goes wrong if you live in a house. Shit breaks. There's no landlords to take care of you know what I mean? There's no landlord to call when the air conditioner breaks or a pipe busts or a tree knocks out the power lines. That shit is on you. That shit is on the homeowner. So I'm gonna stick to homes right here. You know what I'm saying? Since that's where everybody thinks a man's supposed to take care of everything. Now, unless you're making $100,000 a year, it's fucking impossible to do shit on your own. Cause say the AC unit breaks. You call somebody and say, "Hey, my AC unit breaks. My AC unit broke. How much is it to fix?" And they come out and say 4 racks. And you sitting back like, damn. As a man, you already paying for everything that goes on in this motherfucking house, from the lights to the water bill to the gas going in the car to the car note, the insurance for the fucking car. Like, that's a lot of money going in your pocket, coming out of your pockets, and unexpectedly something breaks in the fucking house that you're responsible for. Now this man got to find out where he's gonna get 4 racks from to pay this shit. He's stressing. He might not show to his family because most men, we don't like to show that we're worried or scared or not sure how we're gonna do the next thing. We just fucking just do it and try our best, even though we mad stress on our head. So some shit's gonna fucking lack. And a lot of women out there don't understand that's the pressure that goes on a man's head. Everything, something breaks, and he's the sole provider for everything and he got to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? That is, that's one of the problems. Another one of the problems is that, you got to go to work as a man. If you're taking care of everything in the house and you're responsible for all the bills, you have to go to work every single fucking day, every day. Every man out here ain't making $100,000 a year or 200,000 or 400,000 or 500,000 a year. And I know women say, well, you shouldn't fuck with a man unless he makes a certain amount of money. Listen, if he's taking care of everything and you ain't fucking working in the fucking pie shop, like, who are you to say where he should be doing? Maybe maybe that's what that's the job he wants to work at. Maybe that's the best job out there that he can get with his skill set. It requires skills and schooling and all that. Maybe he wasn't a good guy, doing good in school, so this is the job he got. He's making good money. Probably could be better, but he's making good money. And if he had a woman that's there doing her equal share, shit'd be good. Like, that's the thing people don't put into perspective. You know how much pressure goes on a man when he's taking care of everything, man. You can't call out when you're sick. You don't want to call out. You have to go to work. Maybe you need that overtime. If you wanted to change careers, the shit got to be seamlessly, because you can't afford to have that lack of not having a paycheck because you're responsible for everything. You got to be careful what you say. You hope you don't get fired. There's a lot of fucking pressure that goes on a man, and a lot of stress that goes on his head. He might not show it when he's responsible for everything, but there is. He don't want to let his family down. So that brings me to the thing, like, what are women supposed to bring to the table? Listen, it's all good. It's cool that if a man's working, that the woman's taking care of home. But listen, there are going to be days off. You're going to want to have days off that he might not take off. And you might say, well, hey, listen, I didn't cook dinner tonight, but, there's something in the freezer that you can heat up. Most guys are not going to want to hear that. That's in a position that's taking care of the whole house by himself. He's going to be like, what the fuck? Like, I'm at work all day. You home all day. Like, the first thing in the guy's mind is like, you ain't doing shit. Like, why the fuck I ain't got dinner ready? And they say to themselves, look, I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm doing my job. I'm waking up, going to this motherfucking job I don't want to be at. I'm making sure everything is paid. You ain't got to come out your pocket for shit. Only thing I'm asking is I come home to a cooked meal and a clean house. Not knowing, as a woman, you might be tired and exhausted and shit, and you want your day to be off, but you like, in his eyes, you don't have no days off because he's going out and providing everything. That's the fucking drawback to men being a sole provider for every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Another drawback is, that ladies in your position, if he decides to leave you or cheat on you, you got two choices. Either shut the fuck up and take it, or you out on your ass and you got to start all over the fuck again. And if you ain't got a job or money saved the fuck up, it's gonna be stressful. Some women out there saying, well, I'll get a divorce and I'll take half and blase, I'll make him pay me spousal support. But what about if y'all ain't married? Because half of you motherfuckers out there ain't married anyway. Let's be real about that situation that's in. So what about if he decides to leave you? You ain't entitled to shit. Maybe some child support. That's if y'all got kids together. And that's if, that's if he decides to pay the shit on time. You know what I mean? That child support ain't gonna cover everything. And if you go to court and the man says, look, she ain't working, she ain't doing this, I got the house, we ain't married, and she ain't got no place to go. It don't happen all the time, but sometimes the judge might say, hey, ma'am, I'm taking the kid. The kid's gonna stay with him. You're not in a suitable situation to take care of kids. When you do, you can come back in court and readdress this situation. You get your kids back. Now you asked out. Listen, that whole fucking men taking care of everything, man. Listen, that shit sounds good. I hear a bunch of guys over there talking shit. Yeah, I'll provide and I take care of everything. Motherfucker, good. That's good for you. Everybody ain't got it like that. I'm not looking at every man who splits their bills 50%. I'm not looking at them as less as a fucking man. I'm looking at them as a man. Like, shit, that's the world. Everything is 50-50 now. Shit changed. Women want equal rights and want to be equal with the man. Well, okay. Well, listen, you want to be equal in everything. Let's be real about the situation. We really want to be equal in everything. We got to be equal in these motherfucking bills. This ain't 1940s where we telling women we are the sole providers because y'all can't work. Shut up and be submissive. Don't talk back. Be respectful. The man is in control of everything. You should be cooking and cleaning, and it should be no problems. that ain't the life. That ain't the lifestyle everybody's living today. Women want to be treated, back then women were treated. The man was a king, but I mean, he was a king. I mean, you might have been want to be considered a queen, but he ain't treat you like one back in those times when y'all wasn't able to work. Listen, y'all, if it's king and queen situation that y'all claim to be, then y'all both equally responsible for the fucking kingdom that y'all call y'all home. The bill should be split 50-50. Shit ain't cheap out here no more. You know what I'm saying? Going back to it's just kids. Kids ain't, if you got kids ain't cheap. If you ain't working, the man's taking care of all the bills and everything in the house. When it's time to go back to fucking school, and it's time to get school supplies and uniforms and all that shit, like, that shit ain't cheap. This shit ain't cheap. It ain't. It requires both of y'all to fucking contribute to the situation. You gotta contribute to the kids, or contribute to something. That's a bill. That's another bill that these people are, my man, he gotta have all this. No, that's a bill right there. You supposed to be contributing to that shit too. The fuck? I don't understand it. Like, listen, that shit sounds good that men take care, but listen, y'all talk about, well, I'm gonna get me a nigga that makes $100,000, or he rich, he got money like that. Okay, you gonna get you a rich nigga. Besides pussy, what are you bringing to this rich dude? Think about it. What do you have to offer this rich man? If you ain't got no job, you ain't got no car, you ain't got no place to stay. You gonna look at that situation? All you are is bad. You might say, I'm bad. Listen, have you ever seen? It's not a lot of fucking millionaires out there, rich dudes out there with the same old chick that they met back in the day. You ever notice? You ever see an old dude's wife that's rich? Them chicks is younger than he is. They're younger. Like, damn, they ain't in the same age group. She hotter, she badder, her titties is up, she look young, pussy rejuvenated. You gotta think about that shit. How many rich dudes you see? It's not a lot of rich dudes that stuck with the same chick that they had when they was 21. Cause they usually kick y'all out because y'all don't have nothing to offer but pussy and how you look. Most of y'all sometimes. So what you think? You start getting old and wrinkly, he start looking elsewhere to another hot chick. She replaces you. Like, you got to think about that shit. All that having a man take care of you 100%, that shit, it sounds good, but it's not cool, because you can say, oh, I can do all this and I do this for you. I take care of the house. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there do it themselves. And if they got the money like that, well, they can get a maid, they can hire a personal chef, or they can just do the shit themselves and be single and say to themselves, hell, I'm fucking taking care of all the shit in the crib anyway. What the fuck do I need anybody living here with me? I'm cool by just having chicks running in and out. You ain't contributing to nothing. Why not just keep it like that? You gotta think about that shit, man. I mean, if dudes got it like that and they're gonna say, hey, you ain't gotta work, and your relationship's gonna be good and he's gonna take care of everything, that's cool. That's understandable. He broke that shit down to you at the beginning. He made it clear that he was gonna do that. And that's how your relationship's gonna be going from here on out. But don't get in a relationship or try to form a relationship and you talk about you independent woman and all that shit, and you take care of your own, and he sees he like that, and then y'all get together, and then he thinking that he got a ride or die chick to help him split the bills down 50-50, and then you hit him with the clause like, nah, a man's supposed to, in my book, a man's supposed to take care of all of this. I'm just here to cook, clean and keep your house together and look good, you got everything else. You can't hit a nigga with that after y'all get in a relationship and he thinking that you coming in here ready to help him hold this shit down. That shit don't work. Like, some of y'all gotta really ask yourselves. I see these posts all the time. These women are like, you say, what do y'all really bring to the table? Can't always be pussy. Like, y'all be quick to call a nigga a bum ass nigga if all he did was just, if you taking care of everything and all he doing is fucking you and keeping the house, but he's keeping the house clean, the grass is cut, he's cooking and washing clothes. Y'all go quick to call him a bum. Y'all be quick. Y'all throw that shit out there, that motherfucking label out there quick. But let us say the same shit to y'all. It's like, oh, nah, you just a bum ass nigga. You can't, ain't no chick supposed to be working. Like, you a bum because you can't support me. I mean, what the fuck? You a grown ass motherfucking woman. You can get the fuck out there and work. Because if I left today, that's what you going to fucking do. You going to get the fuck out there and go to work? You going to go out there and figure the fuck out? You going to go out there and pay them fucking bills? You going to go out there and take care of this and that? You going to make sure money in your pocket so you can have this and that? You don't want that in your life. You don't want nobody controlling all the finances, because that shit can get ugly. You get in an argument and y'all not on speaking terms in that week, and you need your fucking hair done and he don't want to give you the money. Now you walking around the scarf and your shit looking like Aunt your mama. You feel me? Like real shit. Like, that whole premises of a man supposed to take care of this. Man, listen, I'm not listening to that shit. I'm not hearing that shit. That shit will probably apply if you and the man was together and y'all both holding each other down, and he runs into some money or his situation changed or job situation changed, and he decides to say, you know what? You held me down. You did what you were supposed to do. You worked this hard at me. Kick your feet up. I got it from here. That's a cool situation. I can understand that. But don't walk into a brand new fucking relationship thinking that's what's how it's supposed to go down from the fucking rip. It's not happening. This ain't the times. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're gonna find somebody who financially stable, that got that money, that says, you know what, I'm gonna hold you down like this because I'm rich and I met you and you look good, so I'm gonna take care of you. Because real shit, all that situation gonna turn into is 10, 15 years down the line, shit starts sagging, you start getting little wrinkles here and all that. And then there's some hot chick in his inbox hitting him up, trying to give him some pussy. You gone. You know, you the iPhone 8. He gotta go get him a motherfucking 11 now. You know what I'm saying? He got to upgrade. You the old model. Shit. You was born in 84. You gotta go get him something born in 95 now. That's just how I go down. Like, you really gotta put that shit in the perspective. Like that shit sounded good at one point in time, but that shit ain't reality no more. It ain't. The only way you're gonna get a man that's fully taking care of the bills and all that shit, if he's financially stable enough to do all of that and not struggle, and y'all able to maintain. Like, you can't find a nigga that's, you know what I mean, he's making ends meet. It's good. If I'm by myself and I'm taking care of all the bills, it's cool. I'm just taking care of one person. So I can still do shit because I still have money in my pocket to go do shit. Because all I'm worried about is myself. But I'm worried about me and possibly a family. That whole dynamic changes of my finances, because my finances is spread out more and is a little thinner. Cause I gotta take care of that. Not only I gotta take care of the house, but I gotta take care of you, the kids, plus myself. Now I was like, all right, my money is stretching out. When it was just me, it was easy. All I had to worry about was myself. Like, my bills is paid up. I got money left over. I ain't got to put X amount of food in the crib because there's multiple people living here. Like when you home, when people home all day, they eat all day. The lights is on all day. The water running all day. If you got, you know what I mean? If you got the heat on that motherfucker, the heat is set at the temperature you comfortable at all day. The air is set at the temperature you comfortable at all day. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm at work all day. I'm like, you know what? Cool. We'll come home getting off of work. I'm gonna leave to turn the heat down a little bit because I'm not gonna be in the crib. When I get back, I turn it up. I'll be comfortable by the time I go to sleep. That shit ain't popping. You ain't doing that. You in the house all day. Like throw that whole, like I said, throw that whole notion of a man supposed to take care of everything. Throw that shit the fuck out the window, man. All goofy ass niggas out there talking about, oh yeah, I do that. Yo, man, congratulations, motherfucker. You want a pat on the back? I'm glad you do that shit. It's just funny that y'all, most of them niggas that talk that shit is usually fucking single. You know what I'm saying? You might see a few here that say, I'm a type of nigga that take care of everything, and you click on his pictures and you see him married and with kids in the crib. I mean, get a few of them here and there, but you see the pictures of the wife, she don't look too fucking happy because she dealing with his bullshit because he got control over the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? You get to arguing with the nigga. He's taking care of everything. He gonna leave you and go fuck somebody else and come home. You can't say shit because you live with him. You need money from him. You know what I'm saying? But that's my whole thought process on this shit. Like you just like for real women, like this ain't 1940. You just can't bring pussy and maid services to a nigga no more. That shit's not popping no more. Like you gotta at the time and the era we in, you gotta help a man take care of the home financially. It's just that's just how the times is nowadays. It's just shit's more expensive. It costs more. The cost of living is higher. Like this shit sounds good, and I hear women talking about that shit all the time. But that man, that listen, unless you find you a good rich nigga that's gonna treat you right, and not leave you when you get old and saggy titties, or you nigga hit the lottery or something, throw that whole fucking notion out the window. But that's my rant for the evening. You know what I mean? I'm out this bitch. Listen, check me out on 130 Opinionated Podcast. Y'all see in the background. You know, we do relationship type topics. We got everything you need from why do men cheat to what women should be getting if they giving out the 3 P's as we call it, as I call it, a place to live, some pussy. You know what I'm saying? What's the third? A place, and a plate to eat. That's the 3rd P. You know, our last joint we did, our last title we did was The Secret Lives of Husbands and Wives. We touched on all that shit. But give us a check us out on Spotify at the Opinionated Podcast. You know what I'm saying? If you need anything relationship wise from my man perspective, check us out. But I'm out. I'm your host, Kevin Durant. I'm out this bitch. Enjoy your Friday evening. Get drunk like I'm doing, and peace.